Hello everyone, I'm here today with a new process video and I'm working on something a little different. I'm going to DIY my own page protector again for this layout because the configuration that I need isn't readily available. So lucky me, I have a fuse tool, it's already heated up and I can use it to make my own. Just to show you what I have going on here, these are all photos from Bruges in Belgium. And what I would like to do is, this is a 6x9 page protector. So what I would like to do is use a 6x8 photo, a 4x6, and a 3x4. And I think I'm going to configure them like so. So I'd have my 6x12 size here kind of, with another slot for up here, and then I'd have to make a pocket down below, and then I'd have a 3x8 slot here. Now, the only issue with this is that means I have to know what's going on the other side, because once I create these pockets, this one and this one, they're sealed shut. So whatever I'm doing on this side, I have to do on the other side as well. For the opposite side, this is what I would have happening then. Same size photos here. This one, I actually printed this as a 4x8 because at the time I thought I was going to do a 4x8 insert and then change my mind. But it works out well here because I can just trim off an inch. I can kind of trim off this person here, maybe right up to the guy in the blue sweatshirt there, and take that off maybe a little here, or even if I need an inch, maybe I can even get rid of this guy. Maybe it'll be up to this woman in the coat here. But in any case, I can make it 3x8. So it will fit and match the other side. But that means before I drop anything in, they all have to be embellished. If I'm going to put anything on there, got to do it beforehand. Now, I have had it happen where I have put things on the outside of a page protector if needed, if it fits. And I could do that here, but I just don't want to rely on that. I'd like to have it done inside the pocket beforehand if possible. All right, I want to show you what I've done already. I measured everything out and I actually made this section. So this is my 6x12 section. This is everything else. This will actually be where the fold happens in order for this to fit in the album. So that part is all done. I have measured out this bottom pocket. Hopefully you can see that line there. So I just measured it where I wanted it, used my bone folder to create the line just so I know where everything's going to fit. But I can't seal that until I put the photo in. So my next step is really to figure out placement and what's going to go on these things, if anything. So actually the embellishing part of these layouts will be far more difficult actually than doing the fuse part. As I'm looking for things to embellish this layout, I have found two things. I have this little flag here that says travel moments, and I love that it actually has blue in it instead of black because I do have shades of blue happening. And then I like this acrylic piece that says story. However, I haven't picked out what's going to go here yet. And I don't even know if I have a 3x8 pocket card at the ready that's going to match with this. I didn't really throw any of those in the bin for this trip. So I think I'm going to have to go grab my stack of those that are travel themed and look through them to see, like, can I even make this work with adding this to something? So better grab those next. As you can see, I have quite a stack of 3x8 cards. And some of them are two-sided, some aren't. So I'm just gonna go through this whole thing and see what I can use. Now, normally a fallback would be black and white. I can use that if nothing else works. But because this is actually in blue and this is like a very, very dark brown, I don't know that I want black really. So I'm hoping I find another color that will be suitable. I have found three options that I'm considering here. And sadly, I didn't find anything in blue that I thought was suitable for this or that it would work with this piece. So that's kind of a bummer. Everything I have is either white with this kind of peachy corally color, or that's the background. So I have this one that just says photo, love, life, and pictures. I do like that. However, if I use this, I think I would find a strip of blue paper, put that across here, and then attach it. So otherwise it's too much of that color, but I think I could make it work if I found blue, or actually even green maybe if I found the right green. Same thing with this one. This one just says my little slice of heaven. I'm not as fond of this one because of that black there, but if I felt like it was the best option of what I had, I would do it. But I have the same problem. I'd have to have a strip of something to add on to that. And this one I think is my favorite, but the problem is these buildings are very old world Europe happening here. This is very modern looking, and I'm not sure I like the mix of that. But it does have the right green, it does have the right blue, also a little pop of yellow there, which it's not my favorite in this design, but I'll take it. You know, and then it has, of course, the anchor color. And then this I could either put down here, I could put maybe even over this little box because I don't really need the date or anything there. Plus it gives me room to journal. So I have a feeling like it's going to be this one, probably. So at least that helps me sort of get a feel for the layout and know that, okay, I can make these pockets and seal them at least with what I've got going on this side. Then I have to pick out the other side. Okay, so I adhered this, and I have put these into their pockets where they will go. So we can kind of see how it's going to come together. You can see the line there. I've double checked it to make sure everything's going to fit, and then I had the right measurements. I did, so that's awesome. Now I feel safe kind of moving to the other side and figuring out what I'm doing over here. So that photo will just stay there. And now I have these photos that I need to work with. So right off the bat, this one I can cut down to my 3x8. I have my photo at the ready here, and when I line it up, it actually goes right up to the side of that woman that had the brown coat in the picture. So that is perfect. I can actually lose all those people that I don't really want anyway. Get them out of there. And then I am left with this, which is perfect. And I do think I'm gonna have to put something up here, either stamp or add an embellishment or something, because that's just asking for me to put something there. So I have this backside laid out now, and when I looked at all of these photos together, I realized I have a lot more green and gray happening than on the other side. So I think I might be looking for a card that either is this kind of grayish light brown mixed together, sort of that sort of old world feel, like these buildings in the bridge and things. So I need that here. I could do something with a white background and green font if I had to, or even do a light blue, because I do have sky showing in all of these. This one has a more gray tint to it than blue, but you definitely do see blue. So at least it gives me some options. But again, before I can do anything, I have to figure out what's going here so I can seal that pocket. I've ended up choosing a card I did not expect. I actually ended up going green, 2 shades of green. This is a bit lighter than what I've got happening, but I love this darker shade. And of course, I love what it says. It's perfect for this. So that will be there. And I like it even better that this is the flap that will fold like so. So when you see it in the album, this will actually be sort of hiding half of the layout on the other side. So you'll read this first, which is kind of fun. So there's that, which is awesome. Then I still have to figure out what the heck else am I doing. I still feel like I need something here. Don't think I'm going to stamp though. I don't feel like I want black on here, just like with the other side. So I think I still need something brown. If I can't find brown, then maybe a gray, but I would want it to be darker, like this shade, to really jump out from the other things. I have found a couple of things I might want to try. I found this, so that's my brown there that says all I need is right here, and I think I want to put it off to the right hand side. I do have more space here, but I don't want what's going to go here to be too lined up to that. And then I have this little multicolor leaf, and then I pulled out these chipboard labels, and this one says enjoying autumn, and I think that's perfect because you can see like the leaves are changing, and then on the layout before it was clear there were like leaves on the ground and stuff. So I think that's perfect. And the fact that I have the darker gray is good. I'm just not convinced with this. You can see red in here. There is red in that flag, but I'm not totally sure it's going to work. So I think I'm going to put the chipboard down first and then sort of hold this up to it and see what I think. This is what I ended up adding to the 3x8 photo here. I decided I didn't like this one as much when I saw it up there, but this had a better color. It was closer to kind of what you're seeing here. So I've decided to go with that. But now that I have that, I don't know that I'm in love with this anymore. So I may get rid of that. But there's enough here to allow me to actually close up the pocket here and drop this in on top of it. So that's what I'm going to do next. All right, those pockets are sealed, and I put these items in there. So these bottom ones ain't moving. They're in there to stay now. If I end up hating them, too bad, because they're not going anywhere. So now I have to figure out what else I want to do with this side so that I can seal up this area. So I'm going to have to figure out, do I want to replace this? And if so, with what? Well, it took me a while, but I found something. I finally pulled out all of my blue things because I wasn't finding anything that was in brown that I really liked. And I found this instead, which says, "Oh, happy day." And I think I'm just going to put it right there in the middle. And I love that it's a lighter blue, but then I have this font instead. Bring in that kind of hunter green. And then I got a mix of all those things happening. But yet I don't feel like this blends in too much. I think it's actually quite reserved and a little subdued. But I like that because that's kind of what this scene is. So I'm going to attach that. And then it's time to close up that pocket. All right, here we go, guys. It is done. Pocket is sealed here. Everything in the bottom is in, not coming out. And then I did crease the fold here so it will actually sit in the album. That's what you'll see. And then you'll open it up to get the rest. And then when you flip the other page, you'll see this. Whew, that was a bit of work, but I love the end result, so it's worth it to me. So tell me, do you have a fuse tool? Do you use it to make your own custom page protectors like this? If not, I hope this encourages you to try it. Is it a little extra work? Definitely. But in the end, I think it kind of pays for itself. So here's another one finished for Belgium. Thanks for watching.